Hey gang, we're here for 10-minute abs. You don't need any equipment for this workout, just yourself, maybe some water, and we're only here for 10 minutes, so we're gonna get right into it. We've got one circuit, 60 seconds of work for each circuit. We'll run through 2 times total with a little recovery in between. So I will go ahead and set up my timer. Make sure you've got eyes and ears on me somehow without straining. So move one is going to be plank position. You can go ahead and find your plank. And we're gonna get into some knee slides. So I'll show you what that looks like. I'm gonna inchworm it out to my plank. So first of all, perfect plank position, wrist directly below the shoulders. Bring opposite or the same knee to your same elbow. Slide down to the wrist, back up to the knee or even your armpit. We're not looking for huge range of motion here, but you're keeping those abs engaged as you slide from up to down. So if you're feeling this in your quads or hip openers, I challenge you to keep that upper body nice and still. Use the core to drive the hips or the knee slides. The real challenge here, in 10 seconds, we're gonna stay in plank position. We're gonna slide to a hover plank or an elbow plank. So if you need to drop, rest for a second, that's fine. We're coming to our forearms and we're gonna drop the hips down to either side. So again, staying with the oblique theme. If you can't touch that hip to the mat, no problem. Do the best you can. Oh, you are halfway here. Stay with. It's important anytime you do abs, focus on your breath. Good, 20 seconds to go. Stay with it. Breathe, focus, 10 more seconds. Almost there, almost there. Ooh, glad that's over. We're gonna transition onto our back, okay? We've done this move before. This is a single leg raise, so here's your options. Raise it up. Try to reach for that shin or just above the knee. If that's bothersome for your low back in any way, keep knees bent and opposite resting leg onto the mat instead. So if you need to be here instead, be here. If you need to go full movement and then modify maybe halfway, that's totally fine. All's good. All right. So if you've got that space in your low back, you're definitely going to want to bend the knees. And sometimes that happens just from general fatigue. But essentially, we want that C curve in the spine. Good. Relax. Woo! All right, tabletop position. And we're going to go into an oblique crunch. So opposite elbow to opposite knee. You can clasp behind the head here. Just make sure you're not pulling that neck and you're moving from the abs. I recommend keeping the hands behind the ears to prevent that from happening. You don't want to strain your neck, shoulders, anything like that if you can help it. Yes, 60 seconds is a long time in an ab movement. I'm well aware. And that's why we're only here for 10 minutes. And if there's no challenge, there's very little change. Good, relax. All right, so we're gonna finish up this series here with a dead bug. Back in tabletop, we extend opposite. That's it, keep breathing. Stay focused. You can relax the head and the neck here if you need. Feel it in the hip flexors. That deep V is working. Awesome job. Keep breathing. Stay focused. Last move in this series, we get a little recovery coming. Good. Last one. Awesome work. So we're about halfway. Just enough time for a quick sip of water. Stretch out those abs. So you can go ahead and sit in child's pose or a cobra. And we will come right back to the top with the knee slide. Sorry, had to get a good song on there. Okay, find your high plank. Now, second time through is always a little bit more challenging, as you know, with anything. That's it, stay focused. Perfect job, we are halfway. Now don't think just because we're only here for 10 minutes, that doesn't mean that if you need extra rest or recovery in order to save your form, that is completely okay and fine. If your form's being compromised, always, always, always drop to the knees, shake it out. You'll see me doing that too. Woo! Good, relax. The reality is 60 seconds is a long time to work your abs. Hover plank or elbow plank. Drop those hips. And I'm doing this right after upper body. So my shoulders are hurting. Perfect job. We're halfway. Shaking it out real quick. Shake it out, little stretch. Come right back to it. Breathe, focus, 10 seconds to go. Woo! Good, single leg raises. So find your position, whatever works for you. Oh, sorry. Woo, I forget my own move. Now, if you've got that space in the low back, like I feel I have, keep those knees bent. And you can even rest your opposite leg. No judgment, no ego about a modification ever. That's it, that's it. Breathe, stay focused. Last rep. Whew. Quick little 5-second shakeout. Roll those hips, give those knees a hug. Do whatever you gotta do. Tabletop position. Hands behind the ears or behind the head as long as you're not pulling. Now you want that opposite shoulder blade to be lifted off the ground every single time. Otherwise, you're just doing that, all right? So really engage that core every single rep. You control your pace. You set the tone for your tempo. And most importantly, you are in charge of your breathing cadence. Good, last rep. Woo, quick little shake out. Oh, I like to do this to shake it out. All right, dead bug for the last time. Last 60 seconds of work. Chin to chest. If you feel any straining in the neck at all, just relax. This is probably right here the most underrated core exercise in my opinion. And I love that it shows up here at the very end when we're already fatigued. Stay focused, breathe, you're almost there. Last rep. Oh, good, hug those knees. Roll up to seated. Cool it down however you need to cool it down. I'm super proud of you for showing up and blocking off 10 minutes for self-care, even if it's just a 10-minute ab workout. A mini move session will always be a good idea. So go ahead and slay the rest of your day. I'll see you next time.